thank you for joining us today. You know, Ulysse Nardin is freak. Everybody knows, but the booth itself is a freak out concept. How did this booth inspiration came about?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you. We wanted to be really freak-centric to celebrate the novelty. So be single-minded and have, I would say, a tribute to the freak spirit.
Okay.
So I would say what we try to celebrate here is both the product and the mindset.
Okay.
So that's why from a product standpoint you have all the characteristics of the freak one, but from a mindset standpoint what we try to be is a very engaging and interactive and somehow freak, booth, because you've seen many people just, lying on the floor and just doing crazy stuff. So for us was also a bet to say, okay, are these people, who are in nice suits and everything, are going to be freak enough to go on the booth and take a picture of themselves? And we think so far it's doing good, so we're very happy.
When we talk about Freak One, would you like to tell us what is so special about Freak One?
Yes, sure. So Freak One, I would say first the name means a lot. It's called One because it's, I would say, the direct descendant of the Freak from 2001. Freak One is the quintessence of Freak, and Freak is the essence of Ulysse Nardin somehow, because it embodies, this collection is really embodying all the know-how, all, I would say, the bold innovation that we are able of, and also I would say our mindset, free-spirited, bold-hearted, choosing our own way. I think that's very important. And this Freak One has also the same characteristics of the first one. Of course, no dial, no hands, no crown. It has also the grinder, which is the patented self-wiring system, which was not, of course, on the Freak X because they have a crown, and which is different also from the Freak S, which was about double oscillation. We have the giant also silicone oscillator, which is made of diamond seal. So coated with diamond to increase also the durability, the resistance and the reliability of the watch. So that are the characteristics that we worked on as well. We also had this new gold, rose gold, which is quite new also, that was not used before. We have also among our straps a strap which is made of 30% production waste, because we want also to spread the message about our sustainability commitment. And we did it a lot on diver, and now we're starting also to use this kind of innovative material also on other collections. So it's kind of an encapsulation of different components that is really celebrating the Freak the way it was.
It's lovely to see you wearing a Freak, for sure. Do you find women all over the globe wanting to embrace Freak amongst your target audience, which are there? Do you find more and more women asking for Freak?
I think we will find, yes, more and more women. I'm wearing it, but I think, more than a gender question, for me, again, it's a question of mindset. I think for me, it's about having this kind of unusual and conventional, technical, of course, dimension, because again, it was a prowess, to have this watch with the movement telling the time and deconstructing what used to be a mechanical watch to reinvent it. So I think when you're buying a Freak, you're buying the techniques, you're buying the design, which is super unique, and you cannot find any watch that looks like this. You can go around, no watch is agreed like this. And you buy also the spirit behind. For me, it's about a statement as well, about you're also a free-spirited person, you choose original also creation for you. So yeah, and you see I have small wrists, but still, I think it's cool.
It's absolutely cool.
I think it's cool.
Yes. Do you find women actually demanding?
I think we have women demanding. I think we should also push for that, because it's something that we need to trigger. And I think maybe having this also, you know, rose gold or this kind of, I would say finishing can also attract to different targets and different tastes. So that's also what we are betting, and we want to hammer the message on freak very hard in the next coming years. So I'm sure that people will get an increased interest in the freak, and I hope and I suspect it will be both men and women, hopefully.
In the male-dominated environment, how does it feel for you to be a woman and making things headway?
That's a good question. You know, I arrived only not even 7 months ago on the brand, so you know, it was really very exciting, and you can see we've been busy over the past month. I think I found it, quite. Intriguing what you're saying, that it's still very male dominant.
Correct.
But I think it's good that here at Ulysse Nardin, for instance, we are a lot of women. I think our CEO is really trusting also, I would say, the balance and the fact that it's good to have different points of views. You see that Teresa is in charge of the region. We have also in Southeast Asia, the person in charge of the region is a woman. I'm lucky I'm in charge of marketing and communication as a woman. So I think, you know, it's like in every other business, we are bit by bit we are getting our share and heading there. So yeah, I think that's part anyway of the game, but I think it's also very useful because having different point of views makes you, I would say, open up your horizon, you know, broaden your horizon to have people who have a male and female perspective, and I think also today we are even beyond that, you know what I mean, we have to have also a vision that goes beyond, so yeah.
Perfect, thank you so much, Virginie. It was wonderful.
You're welcome, Anita, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely. So Teresa, thank you for joining
Thank you,
us.
Anita.
Ulysse, India,
Yes.
is a long journey.
Yes.
Where is India now when it comes to Ulysse?
Okay, so as you very well said, you know, Ulysse Nardin in India is a very, very long story. So we were one of the very first high-end watch brands that put their feet in the Indian territory. And thanks to this, the brand awareness is very high. You know, I would say that now, you know, after China, the US, and maybe Turkey, next would be India. So the brand awareness is crazy. But it's true that in the past few years we had some difficulties in terms of mainly distribution. So what we did a couple of years ago was basically to take over the market and restructure it completely in order to reposition the brand and to try to take it, you know, step by step back to the former glory that the brand used to have in India. So this is where we stand right now. So are in the process of, you know, recovering our place in the Indian market among the big brands. Very proud to say that we now operate with 5 different retailers in the 5 main cities in India. We opened a boutique in Emporium Mall Delhi 8 months ago. We started doing, you know, small collectors event, you know, to basically reconnect with the final client. You know, once the distribution was set, now our next step is to reconnect with the final client, which is a client that knows the brand from the past. So it's basically easier. And to start, you know, a meaningful marketing and communication strategy in India.
Would India see more boutiques now in the coming years?
Hopefully, yes. So we're looking at a boutique in Bombay.
Okay.
Maybe in 2-3 years from now, and that would be ideal. Yes.
So amongst your existing Indian customers, do you have Indian women as your customers?
We do, but we still haven't managed to reconnect. So you know that we are a very small team, so we need to take one battle at a time.
Okay.
So we started reconnecting with the male connectors,
Okay.
and at a second stage, the plan is to find them because they are there, they know us, so we just need to find them again to revive the relationship.
So, any message for our Indian listeners or people who are watching us? Do you have any message from the brand?
Yes, absolutely. So we absolutely love India. Every time we go there and we interact with collectors, we find that they are extremely knowledgeable. They give us all the time very meaningful ideas, you know, in order or how to shape our products to be more to the likes of the Indian consumer. And it's always a pleasure to interact with them. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you, Anita.